Hey there, guys. Good news. I finally, way later than I thought I would, managed to beat Skies of Arcadia. The final boss went down a couple of minutes ago. Basically, I am pre-recording this, and I'm just going to be sitting and smack that publish button the second it goes down. Why? Why do you guys care whenever I beat a game that you may or may not be watching? Well, because that means that now that the game is beaten, the vote I talked about a few weeks ago is finally going to happen. If you look at the bottom of this video in the comment section, or not in the comment section, in the description section, there is a link to the vote. And by all means, I recommend going to the vote. You actually can vote on as many games as you want, as long as you exclude at least one of them. I'm giving you one less vote than there are total options, simply because if someone were to go through and actually vote for every single game, that doesn't help me. That just makes all the games look more popular. So you have to exclude at least one. But you get as many votes as you want. If you want to watch this video, I will scroll through the options because there are a ton of them. If you want to go and click the link and start voting, you can of course do that too. But I would ask to keep this open in another window because there are some kind of cool things coming and I want to tell you about it. So, first of all, what is the vote even for? Why am I having the vote? The vote is not to determine what I'm playing for my YouTube-specific run. Unfortunately, the stuff I'm playing specifically for YouTube is very well defined at this point. After Vesperia, I'm going to be moving on to Danganronpa 1. I think it's called Trigger Happy Havoc, but I'm not actually sure which one it is. Because I've seen a couple of different... there's another one called Ultra Despair. I can't remember what the first one is, but it's the first Danganronpa, whatever it is. After that, I'm going to be playing Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Not specifically because I want to. I don't really like those games, but it's a bloody Persona game. I can't not play it. That's not how this works. So, and once I finish with Persona, man, I'm going to be hankering for Tales again. This will be the first time I played 2 games within a Tales game since I started playing the Tales games. So, yeah, all of my YouTube-specific uploads are pretty well defined. So, you are voting on what gets played on Twitch, and only somewhat. Let me explain. Whenever I am, really kicking on all gears on Twitch, I stream 3 times a week, and I stream for between 3 and 4 hours. So, in a given week, I'm playing between 9 and 12 hours of a game. But yet, Skies of Arcadia and Legend of Dragoon were only getting 2 uploads a week. Average 35 minutes. So I'm playing for 9 hours. I'm uploading an hour and 10 minutes. Even with very harsh editing, there's no way those 2 numbers are ever going to come together. So as you can imagine, the Twitch playthrough gets way far ahead of the YouTube uploads. So the way I'm going to resolve that is once I finish the game that gets the most votes, the next game I play, the next several games I play probably, are not going to be games that got all that high of votes. Why? Because I've only got so much room on my hard drive. I can't keep putting hours and hours and hours of high-definition video just sitting there waiting for, several months in order to finally get around to publishing them. Taking in 9 hours of video a week and only putting out an hour, that's a losing battle. You've got to do something to control that. And so, once I beat the highly rated game, I will play a less highly rated game. Something I'm still interested in. I'm not going to play just utter bull crap, but I'm going to play something that people did not express a very firm desire to see played. And that way, whenever I finish a stream, I can just jump over to my streaming channel, upload the specific stream, no editing, no fancy anything, and then delete it, and I'm done. I don't have to retain that footage. And we'll go through until YouTube finally catches up with the very popular game. Once I finish uploading it, I will play another one of the highly rated popular games. Because those will, of course, get the main channel treatment. I'll cut them down. I'll edit them down to where it's a lot more straightforward, a lot more interesting to watch, and really kind of play through the game with everyone. Whereas the other ones are just more of, hey, I'm going to play this, I'm on this channel, people come in, I can talk to them, and it's much more laid back. I still try and do at the way I normally approach them, but it's not necessarily, I interact with chat a lot more on ones I know I'm not going to get the YouTube treatment for, or I'm a little less careful with how I interact with chat, if that makes any kind of sense. So that is how that's going to work, that's what you can look for, and that's what the vote is for. Now, let's talk about what's going to happen to the channel in the upcoming weeks. what is going to happen now is that over the next several weeks, Skies of Arcadia is going to finish uploading. Obviously, I'm currently in Yafutoma, and I need to get to, the end of the game, so it's going to take a little while to get there. But once Skies of Arcadia finishes, then Tales of Vesperia is going to increase its upload rate to 4 times a week. The reason it does that is because it's bugged me for months that Tales of Vesperia only gets 2 uploads a week. Tales of Vesperia is currently my YouTube spotlighted playthrough. It is not done on Twitch at all. I really try and keep very, very close to where the upload currently is, because I want to interact with you guys when you do it. The Twitch playthroughs are great, I love them, but you guys followed me because of my Persona and my Tales, and maybe some of you followed me for like Xenoblade or Valkyria Chronicles, but for the most part it was Persona and Tales. And I have a certain format and a certain interaction I like to do with you guys, and I'm not able to do it with Twitch streams. So I always said I'm going to leave one game to the side and make that the YouTube Spotlight game. But the YouTube Spotlight game isn't getting any more attention than the non-YouTube Spotlight, so how in the world is it a Spotlight? And that it just really bugged me. Obviously, I started it because Vesperia was being played at a friend's house, and I just only had so much time to record it in a given week. But that's not the case anymore. I have an Xbox over here. She ended up not being able to do what she wanted to, and so I just ended up sort of acquiring it. So yeah, I've got an Xbox. I can play it as much as I want. But of course, by the time that happened, I was already uploading the other 2 games. I didn't want to just cut them off. So yeah, that's where we stand. As soon as Skies finishes uploading, Vesperia will go up to 4 times a week, and then the YouTube Spotlight game will be 4 times a week. There will be 1 Twitch game that will be 2 times a week. The last day will be for Talos Principle or whatever co-op game that I'm currently working on. If I'm not working on one, then hey, I get a day off. Imagine that. So, that's what you can look forward to in terms of the channel. Go there, have the vote for as much as you want, and let me know what I should play. If there's a game and you missed telling me about it last time, you can certainly tell me. I will put it in the archives as a game that received 0 votes, but if it's a game that I'm interested in, like I said, I may jump to it anyway. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm sorry for rambling for like 7.5 minutes, but hey, it's been fun. I love the sound of my own voice, and apparently you guys don't mind it either, because you keep showing up. Anyway, I will see you all next time.